What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the tavern. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Eli. I almost forgot my line there.
And this is Bardic Blunders. What do you mean you almost forgot your line there? How could you forget your line?
I don't know, how could you forget yours?
I didn't forget my line.
I am
Anyways,
actually extremely upset right now.
why? Why?
I logged into Master Chief Collection
Uh huh.
and it did not say on PC version and it did not save. It has all of my stuff transferred over, but none of my campaigns completed,
Oh.
including my Lasso Halo 3 ODST.
Oh. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Um. Anyways, I let's just to.
Oh, right, Eli. Okay. Go on.
Silksong kind of
Broke the
broke
internet.
the gaming industry, yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm like really like I fell asleep as soon as I got home, or like near fell asleep, and I'm
I laid
like
down and almost did the same thing.
I'm so out of it. I right now I don't even know. But yeah, so Silksong kind of broke the internet. Silksong came out last Thursday, as freaking everybody on the face of the planet should know at this point. Um, and well, triple A gaming is not very happy about it right now because Silksong actually is incredible. It released to uh, widespread acclaim, immediately sold over 1 million copies in the first day. Um, and only cost $20. So a lot of AAA companies are just like, I don't know that AAA companies are necessarily pissed, but I know that AAA developers are indeed in shambles after its release.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of um a bunch of stuff being like, oh yeah, that they're upset that it's all. Dude, I'm like just going through my settings on Halo right now. But it's like, oh, you're making the game cost this much money.
Yeah, it's unrealistic for a game to cost $20. It's not unrealistic for a game to cost $20. It's not unrealistic at all. Like, what are we doing? Oh my gosh. um. So it I'm too like my brain's not functioning right now.
You're telling me
I
I'm like
wish
losing it
I
trying to.
I wish I had caffeine because I feel like I mean I could brew some coffee, but that would take time. Um, wake up. Uh,
Where?
so
Where?
we're Silk Song. I mean, really, it's just that it took three guys working together who had a passion for the game they were making. They released it for $20, which is, by the way, I'd like to point out, you can currently buy Silksong and Hollow Knight for less than half of what most AAA games cost. So, like, yeah. And you're going to
Yeah.
get a much better experience out of those two games together than you will out of most AAA games. Like, realistically, it's the same conversation we've had 1,000 times with AAA games just like falling apart recently. Um,
Yeah.
it's showing that you don't need these big bloated development teams, which again, it's the result of the publishers. Really, what I think it's showing is you don't need a publisher.
Yeah.
Like you could tell the publisher to screw off. They're the only thing the publishers end up doing is mucking things up because they have a deadline that they want the game released by, and they have certain expectations out of the game, and it's like, no, you can't have that in the game. We say you can't have it. That's not allowed. You know,
You can't have fun in a video game.
yeah. Well, it's more so like, well, this new game that's really popular has this mechanic, so put this mechanic in your game, even if it doesn't make sense. Even if it's a game that it makes zero sense to have that kind of mechanic, they want that in there. Those are the kind of things that they do.
Yeah.
Um, but
It's dumb stuff like that.
yeah, exactly. But it's kind of like the music industry, like the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the not publishers, but st- uh not it's not studios either. What's the term I'm looking for?
Producers.
Producers, yeah. They have artists sign these ridiculous contracts and
Oh.
get them stuck in like you can't sing about this, you can't sing about that. No, I'm not approving that song. You need to release this many songs this frequently. We talked about it with um Coulter Wall,
Yeah.
how he's just like he would just do the typical cowboy buskin tunes around a campfire, you know, hanging out, singing, having a good time, and people who were there with him were like, "You need to record these and put them online." And now that he has, there are studios or producers saying like, "Hey, come sign this contract. We'll give you a lot of money. Whatever." And he's just like, "Nah, I'm good. I want to be on a ranch. I want to be a farmer." The like
I
singing is
came from
fun, but
Canada. I came from Canada to go to be an American cowboy, not some music dude.
right. Yeah, exactly. And so he's just kind of shirking that, but he's being more successful. That's the same way there's a lot of I listen to a lot of Christian rap artists who have completely dumped the idea of having a label, or having a producer, because the so-called Christian producing company or Christian labels are pretty much the same as the secular ones, and are just as if not more exploitative, and it's a terrible industry, and that's kind of the way the gaming industry is with AAA. Like, you need to have these deadlines. You need to do this with the game. We need to, okay, our deadline is in 6 months, so you need to hire 200, 300, 500 more people to work on this game, and you need them working minimum 60 hours.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing that's been happening in the AAA gaming industry. Mandatory overtime. Like, and what game was it recently? There's a game recently that they bragged like, "Oh, we're not having our developers have mandatory overtime," but it was highly encouraged overtime. Where it's like, yeah, you don't have to do it, but you're being heavily pressured into doing it. And so all of that is the standard practice in gaming. And then Silksong comes in. Nope, just 3 guys with a love for
3 guys in a trench coat.
They just had a love for making games. They put the game together. People are saying, "Hey, let us give you a lot of money for this game," and they said, "Nope, $20. Enjoy." And surprise, surprise, it's gone really well for them. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, Hollow Knight's fantastic, Elijah. It's gonna be really weird having. I'll continue doing what I'm doing and referring to you as Eli and him as Elijah. But Hollow Knight's amazing. So far, what I've played of Silksong, I've really enjoyed. But it's just showing how bloated the industry is. How if there was actually passion behind most of these games, like you take a look at the Saints Row series. Saints Row 1, pretty beloved game. No, I mean not beloved's not the right term. People enjoyed Saints Row 1, but it was like, I'll just do Call of Duty or Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto. I'll just do GTA. Saints Row 2 came out. Oh wait, hold on. This is a little different. This isn't just GTA, but a different flavor. This is its own thing. And then 3 came out the third, Saints Row the third came out and completely flipped it on its head. Like, blew up the franchise. There's so much like passion put into it. Everybody who worked on it had a fun time. Then you cut all the way to, what was it, 3 years ago, I think now? 2 or 3 years ago with the Saints Row reboot, and it was bland, it was lifeless, it was just a retread of like it was such a has-been kind of game, like, and it flopped. It was universally panned.
Yeah. It's just, I think, I really honestly believe that things are getting out of control in the gaming industry with all of the like, oh, this is how you have to do every little thing. It's like, no, that's not how this is supposed to work. It's supposed to be a free market for a reason.
Well, yeah, it's a very structured, I guess.
Overtly structured.
Overtly, yeah, rigid. Because it's like, no, you can't do that way. You have to do it this way. You can't. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it, but it is really like it's almost like a peer pressure kind of environment.
Well, I did it this way. You should do it this way.
Yeah, this way worked. There's no reason to change it. And but there's also this element of like I said with the mandatory overtime, like yeah, we could get this game done if we had a longer period of time, but we don't. So we'd really appreciate it if you would just help us out. And you know, were we doing the corporate speak last week? Was that no? Who was I doing that? I was joking around with somebody at work. That's what it was. So I was joking around with somebody at work about corporate speak with that we really like what you're doing in most areas, but we feel there's some areas of improvement that you know, some areas that you could improve upon. And you know, like, hey, do you mind staying extra today? You know, it's you don't have to if you don't want to, but we'd really appreciate it. Like that kind of, I
Yeah.
guarantee that is a daily occurrence in the gaming industry. And honestly, the thought of that is part of what sucked me out of wanting to be a dev. Like I'd still be cool at being a solo dev if I could figure out how to code. But it, you know, obviously it's not my main priority right now, but like that is such a suffocating idea of like I'm I have this great idea. I know what I'm capable of as a developer, as a designer, as a writer, and I have some stooge above me who doesn't understand how games are. He doesn't understand games at all. He just understands the X's and O's, the big picture, the numbers.
Yeah.
Hey, that Helldivers game is pretty popular. You should incorporate stuff like that. I don't care that you're making a farming sim. We need to figure out how to incorporate something related to Helldivers. Hey, that game over there, that battle royale is real popular right now. That's a real popular genre. So we're going to take this project that you've been making that is a single player combat focused game and we're going to shift it to being a battle royale. Cuz that what gets the money. Like that is such a horrendous thought and that would be soul sucking to try and work under.
To me, it's like that's one of the things that's like one of the big reasons that got me out of gaming journalism is the fact that it's all like, no, you have to write about this. I got so tired of like, okay, here's your thing for the week. Here's go play, here's your codes to go get all the Mass Effect games before Andromeda comes out. Have fun.
Right. Well, and oh my gosh, the thing that pisses me off so much about gaming journalism too is half of it's not even journalism. It like if I go over right now to my Google News feed. All right, here's an actual article. Once I learned Silksong's most important skill, I almost quit the game. I skimmed it, and it was just about the fact that you can parry in Silksong, which you can in Hollow Knight as well. But so okay, yeah, you keep scrolling. Pre-order time for Pokemon set. there are just so many of them that are completely useless. Like they're nothing articles.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me with most of them. Steam drops 8 new games we can't quite believe are free, and they're either gotcha games or like demos. Like what are you writing about?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So much of gaming journalism is it's nothing. They're nothing burger articles. You're literally just filling time reading some of these articles, and I mean that when you have the AAA gaming industry in a state that it is, really, what is there to write about other than oh hey, some random speedrunner figured out that you could do this weird trick in this game, and it doesn't really do anything, but I think that's kind of neat. Like that.
It's game breaking.
Yeah. Yeah, Borderlands 4 pre-order bonus now includes 4 legendary weapons. Why is that an article?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I played Pokemon Legends ZA at Gamescom 2025, and its semi-real-time battle system is, and then it's cut off by the screen. But okay, that's an actual article. You played a game that isn't out yet, early, so you get to give a little bit of impressions on it. Cool.
Another one of the things that got me was it was all the gaming journalists being like, yeah, Silksong doesn't want good reviews because they're not giving us the game early.
Right.
And I was like, you're joking me, right?
Yeah, they didn't give favoritism to the stooges who sit around and write like literal trash all day long. That's yeah. And not to mention they have like the dumbest take. I mean, it's still a meme of gaming journalist can't pass the tutorial. Like,
I saw somebody post like, oh, is he gonna give Silksong a try next? For the guy who had the whole conniption fit over
Cuphead.
Hollow Knight.
Oh, Hollow Knight.
Like he couldn't.
Yeah, that's like okay. Yeah, no, Hollow Knight and Silksong, not the easiest games in the world. They require a fair bit of skill, and not everybody is going to be up to that challenge, which personally I think is fine. Not every game needs to be playable by every single person. You know? Like, I personally, there are certain games like Animal Crossing doesn't appeal to me at all. I'm not really interested in playing an Animal Crossing game. Like, I played a little bit of one back on the DS, and I was like, okay, moving on. Like, I'm not really interested in continuing this because it's just not my style of game, and that's fine. There are plenty of people who love Animal Crossing, and that's great for those people. Just the same, like, Call of Duty, typically not in my style of game. I've played a number of the Call of Duty games. They're fun. The campaigns can be fun. I'm not big on the multiplayer. That's fine. There are people who have the thing for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I think Call of Duty can be free from criticism just because some people enjoy it. Nor do I think that the Souls games, Hollow Knight, like the games that I love, are free from criticism. You're absolutely free to criticize those games. But Don't do a, oh, hey, I couldn't get past the tutorial, so this game sucks.
Yeah. I my my opinion of the Souls-like games, it comes down to I understand why people enjoy these games. I can understand, I can go, yeah, I get why Spencer likes these games. I get why so many people love these games. But they're just not games built for people like me.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Who I'm I play more of first I'm good at first person shooters for a reason. Why would I change up what I'm good at and try and learn a whole new system? Can I get anything? Like right now I'm playing Halo Reach.
Yeah. Well, and that's the, like,
And I completed the first mission of Halo Reach on heroic with 1 death.
I firmly believe when it comes to, really, when it comes to any game, I think there are certain games that there's skill caps for people. Like, yeah, not everyone has the capability to be on a professional team in League of Legends playing at Worlds. You know, and
Yeah.
so, like, yes, every game, each person has their own individual skill cap. Like, even my skill cap in the Souls games is not particularly high when it comes to the, if you're taking anybody who's ever played a Souls game, yeah, I'm probably in the 5th percentile or 95th. It works the other way. 95th percentile when you're taking everyone who's ever played a Souls game. But when you're talking about the dedicated Souls players, I'm probably somewhere in the 50th percentile. There are people who beat these games without taking damage once. I can't do that. That's an insane concept to me. Like, there are people who beat these games with unupgraded weapons. Or, like, I did my own Soul Level 1 run of Dark Souls 3. That's my biggest Souls achievement. There are some people who treat Soul Level 1 runs like the standard way to play the game. But what I do believe, I firmly believe that anybody who plays a Souls game, if they gave it the opportunity, could beat the Souls game.
Like I
It's
know I could probably beat a Souls game. It's one of those like, do I want to dedicate that much time into a video game when I want to be doing other things?
right, and I can completely understand that. Uh, for me, I so enjoyed the feeling of accomplishment when finally overcoming a boss that had beat me into the dirt for forever. And once you conquer your first Souls game, the rest come a lot easier. You still have moments of frustration with them where you're like, why am I screwing this up? You know, what? Typically, it's like, why did I do that? That was stupid. Um,
Yeah.
and there
But
is,
that's with all games.
yes,
Like me playing Halo, it's like, why did I push that side when I knew I had nothing. I
right,
should not have done that. That was very dumb of me.
right. And the thing is, like, I enjoyed the Halo games. I've played through all of them, but Halo 5 now. I My thing when it comes to Halo, especially so for the multiplayer, but really just in general, I don't get that same feeling of accomplishment as I do with the Souls games. Because it's just like I don't feel like I'm making notable progress. I can feel when I'm playing a Souls game and I walk into a boss for the first time and they beat me into the dirt. And then, 5 attempts later, okay, hold on. I dodged a couple of their attacks. I'm learning the timings a little bit. I still lost, but I got a little bit further. And then I finally beat the boss, and I'm like, I did it. I beat the boss. That felt awesome. And then the next time I play through the game, all of a sudden, wait a minute, I only died on this boss 2 times. The last time I fought this boss, I died probably 10. Like, I one of my great examples, Dark Souls 3. We when I
Yeah.
was playing it before D&D, there are 2 instances of fights. The fight against Sister Freed and the fight against Slave Knight Gale, the 2 DLC end bosses. When I fought Sister Freed on my normal one, I beat her with a sliver of health left and no healing. When I fought her on the Soul Level 1 playthrough, I had 6 flasks left and a full health bar.
Yeah.
When I play a normal playthrough of Dark Souls 3, you guys watched me before D&D fighting Slave Knight Gale and finally beating him, and I leapt out of my seat. I was like, yes, I finally did it. I walk into his arena and bend him over most of the time now because I'm used to, that's a noticeable feeling of, like, I'm better at this game than I used to be. And I never get that when it comes to multiplayer games, mostly, especially first-person shooters. But really, like, just in general, like, I beat Reach on Heroic. I got beaten to the dirt beating it on Heroic, but I did it. I don't think I could beat Reach on Legendary, and you saw what happened when we tried to beat it on Lasso. When I had your help, I nearly lost my mind.
The funniest thing is now I was like, I went and actually did some research into it. I was like, oh, it's actually a lot easier because we could have skipped that entire section.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Seriously?
it's not even a hard. It's not even like a difficult skip to pull off either. Like, it's a skip that I've seen you do before.
What?
It's a skip that we used the skip in Halo CE at one point.
Is the one
going through
launches me up to the 3rd level?
No, what it is you get out of a forklift next to a door, and it deems the safest place for you to be is on the other side of the door, so he jumps you through the door.
Oh.
Yeah. We used it in Halo CE for one section that was giving us problems.
Oh my
Somebody took my ghost.
gosh.
I think there's a rocket launcher in here.
We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. I'm not doing that again. I can't do that.
You wanted to do Halo 2 on Legendary.
I didn't. You wanted to. Oh gosh. Yeah, and that's the example of, like, I never feel like I improve at those games. As much as I've given it an honest effort, and
You have. I give you all the credit that you have worked very hard at getting better at Halo.
but it's just like my skill ceiling with Halo is not that high. It's rather low, actually. Just like
It's not even that.
with most FPS games.
The funniest part about it is you got a lot better at Halo Infinite in multiplayer.
Yeah, but even then, I hit the wall pretty quick. I still have
Yeah,
that
but
gold emblem from season one whenever I stunned myself by actually getting gold. Which was, funny enough, the same ranking I got to in League, even though I felt like I was better at League than I was at Halo. But also, League, I got that in, what, season 9 or 10? So it was a lot further into the game's lifespan with a lot more people. So it was more difficult to get that. Whereas Halo, it was just like, it was season 0, I think, actually.
yeah, and
But it's
goodbye.
they just first person shooters just don't click with me, man. I see people playing freaking like Battlefield or Call of Duty or whatever, and they are legit full like whipping almost 180 degrees around and auto targeting someone's head and just
Yeah, I'm
unloading
not
on their
even
head.
that good.
And I'm like,
Hey, cat, can you close the door, please?
oh
So
my
I
bad,
stop
man.
getting shot?
Oh, cat, I thought, dude, I legit,
No, I actually
I
cat from Halo
from Halo.
Reach.
Yeah, now I know that now that you said so we're not getting shot. I thought you were talking about your cat in real life, like opening the door. I was like,
No, he.
oh boy. But yes, anyways, speaking on all of this Halo and Souls like, which I mentioned those specifically because I have a feeling I know what your answer to this is going to be. Uh, what, in your opinion, is the best opening level in any game you've played?
Um, I see. There's like I could cop out and be like, oh yeah, it's Halo so and so. But
Because do you want to know what my thought was that you'd say?
what?
ODST.
And funny enough, level one of ODST is not my favorite starter level.
Okay.
My favorite level out of that one is the Hive. Well, technically it's New
Oh.
Mombasa, but that's not an actual level.
Yeah, the
Okay.
like that's what I was thinking. Whenever
The
like when you
walking the
start,
streets part,
yeah.
yeah, that. Oh, I just got knocked into next week by a hunter.
But yeah, that was my initial thought, was it was going to be right as you pop out of the escape pod as rookie and you're walking the streets of New Mombasa.
Uh, I, I, this is my big thing with that is, ow, don't know why that stunned me, but um, Halo ODST I felt was good not because of its levels.
That's fair.
The ambiance of that game was I got stuck on a door. Was perfect. Cat closed the wrong door.
Oh boy. So if you had to pick one, what, or if you could think of one,
Um,
what comes to mind?
probably actually. Hmm.
because I can tell you what immediately came to mind for me.
Okay, why are you both targeting me? If I had to pick like Jesus. If I had to pick a first-person shooter, I probably wouldn't be Halo, the Combat Evolved, because the first actual mission isn't the first mission I like is actually just Halo.
The second mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pillar of Autumn is cool, but it's not like
It's not a great starter.
groundbreaking or anything.
Um Honestly, it would be out of the Halo games, it would be Halo 3.
Okay. Halo 3's first
Because I
level,
really
Floodgate?
no.
Floodgate's
What?
the
Third level.
Oh, yeah, the forest first. That's right. What is that one called?
Yeah. Sierra 117.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. What is the name of the second level? Because Floodgate, there's you go through that area in the second level, and then Floodgate is going back through.
Um First, okay, it goes Sierra 117. Ow, I'm gonna die. Sierra 117, then into um Crow's Nest or Rally Point. I don't remember exactly what the name of it is, to be honest with you. Then you get into the whole like, okay, you're clearing a path. And it's the Warthog run, and then you do the whole like going and dealing with the flood, and then you have to go back through the entire area with Floodgate. Then it's the High Charity, then what's the next one?
I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but I there wasn't a lot of games that came to mind when I thought about my favorite first level. I thought about like Spyro, and is there really a notable first level? No, not really. Thought about any of the Pokemon games, and I'm like, what really do you define as a first level for
Yeah,
a
that's
Pokemon
the
game?
issue.
Because there's a lot of games like RPGs mainly that you don't really have a defined first level. Uh, can you guess what game I immediately settled on though?
No.
At least you're honest. um, Bloodborne.
Oh.
Bloodborne's first level, Central Yarnum, is absolutely fantastic. I think it's the best opening level in any of the Souls series. You start off in the Church of Yorshka, which is like the tutorial. You know, oh, you died. That's how you level up. Here's the hunter's dream. Here's how you level up. And then you get your weapon and you come out into Central Yarnum. The area is originally very straightforward, but as you explore more, it cuts back on itself and has a lot of shortcuts. There's a lot of secret, like, there's a bunch of boxes blocking this area. You can roll through those and drop down and find a secret. And, you know, there's just so many routes. There's two of the best tutorial bosses in any of the games. There's a wide variety of enemies. Like I think Central Yarnum, it also connects to like 5 different other areas, if I remember correctly. So it's such a top to bottom enjoyable experience, and it's the best way to get invested in Bloodborne. Like I couldn't have thought of a better way to really hook you into the game. Another one I thought of that is interesting to point out is E1M1 from Doom.
Yeah, I was thinking Doom would be a good one to pick.
The first level from the original Doom is iconic. It's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic. The first level of the 501st campaign from Battlefront 2.
Yeah, that's another good one. Love 501st.
That was such an awesome dude. That's such an underrated story. Like Battlefront 2
Yeah.
gets its flowers for how fun it was to play multiplayer, but honestly, the 501st is one of the best Star Wars storylines. Period. It's absolutely fantastic. If I had to think of anything else, what?
Oh, that was a fuel rod cannon. Oh boy.
I don't know that the first level in Kingdom Hearts really sticks out that much.
That's the issue. Is so many starter. I'm all the way back here. I
A
might as well
lot of
just keep this
starter
shot.
areas are just too basic to really stick out, and I think that's what can make it such an interesting conversation, because it's like, yeah, you look at Spyro. Even in Spyro 3, the first level you go to is, because I'm not going to count the hub worlds, even though they're technically their own
Yeah.
level. I'm just counting like traveling through the portal to a different area. The first one you go to is pretty basic, all things considered. It's not as basic as the one from the original Spyro, but it's still not all that complex, which typically makes sense because it's the beginning. You don't want to make things overly complex in the beginning. And that's where I think that Central Yarnum from Bloodborne strikes such a perfect balance of, it's simplistic, it's easily approachable, it's understandable, but it also has optional, like, hey, if you head over this way, there's a really freaking strong enemy who is not noob friendly. Like, he will kick your ass the first time you fight him. But
Yeah.
when you come through the game more experienced, it offers this little, like, oh, hey, hop down this side area, try fighting this guy, see how you fare. Where, like, even the first levels in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 don't really get me that same way. Because, not counting the tutorial areas, so in Dark Souls 1, that's the Undead Asylum. So you're talking about Undead Burg.
Yeah.
Very basic area. Like,
I swear. I'm.
just a bunch of shield and sword toting enemies. You do have the optional Black Knight that they stick in there as an early game challenge, but typically it's like, just don't bother with him because he will tear you to shreds early in the game. Like, I think it can offer a solid early game challenge for veterans, but I don't think it's pretty linear, so it's kind of
Yeah.
basic. It does have the one challenge there, but then you look at DS2, not gonna count things betwixt, which is the tutorial area, which is essentially just a bunch of marks on the ground to tell you how to hit things.
Yeah.
Forest of Fallen Giants, interesting aesthetic, not that great in practice. It's like, it's all right. It's fine as an opening level. Same with Dark Souls 3. High Wall of Lothric is fine as an opening level. It doesn't do anything special. Central Yharnam and Bloodborne does a lot of things very, very well. And every time I play through it, I'm immediately excited to get back into Bloodborne. It's not like, all right, well, let me get through this crappy area. I can't say any of the first areas in any of the games are crappy, but it's let me get through this area so I can get to the more enjoyable things. Bloodborne just puts you right into the more enjoyable things.
Yeah.
And there's not a ton of other games that I can think of that do that. BioShock, I remember doing a fairly good job of that. Portal
Yeah.
2, but that's hard to... Portal 2 is a little hard to quantify because it's just like... I don't remember the exact first test in Portal 2. Because it's been forever since I played it. Maybe I should do a stream on that. I should play through the story of Portal 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think while it's important to have a great first impression for a game, it's also completely understandable to want to ease people into the game rather than just being like, here, throw you into the fire.
I mean, some of us like getting thrown directly into the fire, so...
Yeah, well, and that can work with certain,
Just a grenade jump
certain
up there.
games. Like Morrowind, it just throws you into the fire.
Okay, yeah. This is not a fun place to be standing getting shot. Hey, loading done. Checkpoint.
Morrowind just kind of is like, all right, here, you're in Morrowind. Get off the boat. Go die 38 times before you figure out anything about the game.
Yeah. I would like a health pack. Oh, there's something inside that is terrifying. Oh, hi there, bud. Die, please. I'll take this, though.
But, yeah, I think that's... We didn't really have a lot to talk about today. Because...
Oh, let me pause my game. Go find my quote.
Go find your quote.
By the way, I'm already halfway through, Nightfall. And I started, Reach after we had started the podcast.
Good grief.
I also skipped 2 sections of multiple levels. Which is nice.
Cheater. You're a cheater.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm the
well,
cheater. You go with yours first while I'm pulling mine up.
Alright, but what does a mirror know? What can it show us of ourselves? Oh, it might reveal a few scars, and perhaps a glimpse, there, in the eyes, of our true nature, the spirit beneath the skin. Yet the deepest scars are often hidden, and though a mirror might reveal our weaknesses, it reflects only a fraction of our strength. Nicholas Eames, Kings of the Wild.
Ah! If God has assigned us to the role of being dragon slayers, why should we be distressed to discover the existence of dragons?
Very nice.
Gotta love. My favorite quote from that book. Um, Sometimes even the forces of good require a big bad motherfucker.
See, there's a lot of great quotes from the book, but what's that, honey? What was I doing while Uncle Gabe was dueling a god with all of civilization at stake? Why, I was wrestling in the muck with an exceptionally tenacious cow.
Yeah, that's another great one.
Uh, there's so many.
Oh, it
Yeah,
doesn't do
here's my PSA at the end of the podcast. Go read Kings of the Wild. It's really good.
Which one of you has a sniper rifle? You do? That's mine now.
Oh, here's the one I was thinking of earlier. A battle as relayed by a poet is a glorious thing, full of heroic stands, daring charges, and valiant sacrifice. But a battlefield, as experienced by some poor bastard mired in the thick of it, is something different altogether. The word cluster comes to mind.
Yep. Toss a grenade. Ow.
Watch this, he said, and what happened next might have been extraordinarily funny were their lives not at
Funny.
stake. But they were, so it wasn't.
Nicholas Eames, I think, could be like. Oh wait, why am I not using a plasma pistol in this situation? Anyway, Nicholas Eames, I think, could be one of the best writers of our time.
Oh, yeah, well, and he has the exact kind of humor that I enjoy. Like, Clay pushed his body off of him and mumbled another apology. Because, enemy or not, when you hit a man in the nuts with a magic hammer, the least you could say was sorry. Like,
Also to point out, anybody who's wondering, Crumpets is reading from one of my current probably favorite book ever written. My current like best read, like I recommend people who are getting into fantasy because it's not even like super difficult to understand. You just got to kind of go in with an open mind.
right. In stories, when a giant was slain, it toppled thunderously to the ground. In reality, a giant died much the same way as anything else did, screaming and crapping itself.
Yep. Gotta love good old. I know there's a skip to this section, but I don't remember what it is.
But anyways, yeah, that's all we got for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I know I didn't post a schedule this week. It's because I had no freaking clue how this week is gonna go. I'll be real. I'm like I've there's been numerous times when I've gotten home and I'm just like, I don't feel like streaming. And I think it's just
Yeah.
because of how late it is after work. It's like before I would stream
Yeah.
before work and then go to work, but I don't have time to do that unless I'm like waking up early, like starting stream at 8 in the morning. And I don't think I want to do that. So, we'll probably play something tomorrow night. I'll figure it out. I'll be real. I'll probably play Silksong tomorrow. Then, if you or Tyler or anybody else wants to play something on Thursday, we can play something on Thursday. And I'll play Silksong again on Friday. I might take next week off of streaming just to take a break from it. And, you know,
June, hold still.
Maybe
hold still. Hold still. Let's see if it works.
Give me some
hold still.
Some renewed energy for it. But
no,
regardless,
God, it didn't work.
Hope everybody has a great rest of your night, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Tally ho!
Catch you. Tally ho!
Hey, you
give me the plasma pistol.
Stop talking about Halo.